Well, hello everybody. I promised a little walk round of my CT. This is my girlfriend's CT. But mine's pretty much exactly the same, except for this Diablo lower seat, which I got for my girlfriend because she's a bit of a shorty. So that's Diablo or something, I think. Diablo by K-Speed anyway. So the accessories that I've bought for this bike, as you can see, got the crash bars. Now I opted for the crash bars that bolted onto the originals. You can get crash bars that you take the originals off and then they bolt through, but I didn't want that arrangement. The other thing that I've purchased, as you can see, this front rack, headlight guard. I've also put two little spotlights on here, which I'll show you a bit later, because the lights on these are absolutely terrible. I absolutely love the retro indicators. I'm not taking those off. As you can see, I've put a little mirror on here. I didn't like the Mickey Mouse mirrors. I've actually got this is actually a left-hand mirror, but the right-hand one I put on my bike, and the left-hand one I had to kind of modify it a bit and put it on Fon's one. I had to buy basically a new threaded piece of a bolt, and thread that in, because it's a left-hand thread or something over here, I don't know. That's the switch for the lights. Other things that I've added, obviously the box, which I didn't want hanging too far over the back wheel. There's still plenty of room here to put another pack if you wanted to, and also without the box being right at the front here, I can sit back right on the back of the seat here and the box isn't kind of banging on my back, these knobbly bits basically. What else have we done to these? The kickstand, you'll notice, is hanging down quite low. Now the reason for that is it was, you know, up about here somewhere, like that. But then when I'm standing on the pegs, my heel rubs on here. So I lowered it a bit, which, you know, is better. I don't need the kickstart. I've got a 10mm spanner with me to undo that. I carry a 10mm spanner to undo that. So if I needed to kickstart it, I can undo that, pull it off the spline, move it around, put it back on, you know what I mean. I've also carry a plug spanner with me as well. What other things have I done to this? Can't think now. Oh yes, I've got the rack in the middle. This is a slightly different rack to the one I've got on my bike. They're fully run in now. The other thing I did, which I've got to modify a little bit, on the kickstand here, on the kickstand, it always went over way too low, and when you've got like something heavy on the back here, being leaning over quite a long way, it almost felt as if it wanted to fall over. So what I did is I welded on a little foot on here, as you can see. I had a foot welded on there, needs a bit of retouching up. I haven't taken these off on Fon's bike. I've taken these off on my bike because I prefer the metal, and then I can stand and I've got grip. Not that it's that important at the moment because it's so dry, there's no water about. Other little thing I bought was the mirror there. They're about tuppence. Apart from that, I've done no engine modifications at all. I don't want to do any engine modifications. I don't want, you know, an extra 1 or 2 horsepower at vast expense. Love those little retro indicators. Haven't done anything with the suspension. I've left that standard. Obviously I might adjust the preload if I've got any kind of luggage or anything if we go on a trip. I bought this bar in the middle, didn't I? I bought this bar in the middle, and then I've got a mount here for my, I've got some various mounts here for my GoPro and or RAM mount for the sat-nav. Standard tyres, nothing wrong with the tyres, but it's very dry at the moment. But I don't mind a bit of slip-slopping around. Let's just show you those lights. I might have to start her up actually to okay. They're pretty good, those lights. Look, once you get in the beam, which is about here somewhere. I mean, one's a bit more bright than the other one, but you know, they can be adjusted a little bit. But yeah, certainly a nice addition. I do like to be seen, and on my Speedy I like to be seen and heard. So there you have it. I don't think I did consider chopping this off here, because I don't like the, I mean Fon likes it because she's used to it, but I don't like these heel things. I like to stick my toe underneath to change gear. Even with like flip-flops I can do that. Okay, so yeah, forgot to mention the gear indicator. There we go. I don't know whether you can see that. We're in neutral. Let's start her up. Okay, we're in neutral. Click her into 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Interestingly, I can continue to press down as I'm stationary. I can press down one more time, and you'd think that would be nothing or fifth, but there isn't a fifth. But it goes to neutral, and there you have neutral. So yeah, apart from that, I'm absolutely loving it, and so is Fon. Okay, well, I've got plenty of videos on my channel, not just this bike. It's got my Speedy on there as well, my Triumph 1200, which I currently own. There's loads of different mods you can do for these bikes. They're so easily to modify, especially in Thailand here now, because you get lots of spares here. It's so easy. I know UK owners and American owners struggle a bit to get spares and whatnot, but there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Any questions? Don't ask. No, seriously.